A groundbreaking moment for ship chasing this afternoon. Our first ever live main event draft, in the afternoon. Jacob has accused us of being unks, of being dusty old dads who can only do drafts during the afternoon. And guess what? Guilty as charged, but we are underway here in the FFPC main event, $2,000 draft. We did a slow draft for the mini-sode series. Hopefully YouTube members check that out. And today, guys, we're drafting from the 106. We are the Looks Maxers here, battling it out with some friends, some family, some foes. Excited to do it.
Yeah, excited to jump in.
I'm really enjoying whoever's team is Poker Liam. 15 out of 10. I mean, come on, dude. 900 out of 10.
So good.
100 out of 10.
I need to see more iterations of Liam. Like we have Poker Liam, Checkers Liam. I want to see Backgammon Liam. I want to see Crokinole Liam.
Mahjong Liam. Oh, Brock Bowers.
God, dude.
Well, whatever. Sorry, I guess we'll get someone who's higher up in our rankings now.
JSN time, guys.
I think JSN's the move.
JSN, clear for me.
Yep. Davis, would you offer anything up other than that?
No. I mean, we're gonna take JSN. I would offer up conceptually. Does it make sense to take McBride there at all? But
I don't think so. Not with us doing a bunch of these.
Yeah,
we can just take a tight end who's gonna easily outscore him in the second round if we want.
Well, we could also take a tight end who's going to easily outscore him in like the 13th round as well, as long as the Terrence. Although I have noticed that the Terrence Ferguson's team. There must be a call coming from a building that is
we're all looking for
house.
the guy who did this.
No, there's got to be a call coming.
You did a video and then went to vacation. You don't even have to deal with your consequences.
Well, buddy, the slow puppy just came out. Trust me, I am dealing with the consequences. This is actually true. I paid for satellite internet so that I would not miss any picks of any of my slow drafts. Like literally, I hiked to the top of a mountain with my brother-in-law 2 days ago, at a beautiful glacial lake, and I was like, man, I don't know, do I take Caleb Williams or Jalen Hurts in the eliminator when we got to the top?
No one does
Caleb
it like
Williams
you, Davis.
over Hurts in the eliminator is pretty wild. Did you try to explain it? Like they were like, oh, is it because of the World Cup? Are you trying to keep up to? Yeah, it's the World Cup. That's why I need the internet so bad.
The deal is like my family, my in-laws, and everyone, they get it. They know, like they understand. I'm a deeply troubled individual. Yeah.
I think the worst I need internet move I made. What have you guys ever done the thing where you're on a flight and you'll pay for it for one device, and then it's like I was doing it on my phone, and then I'm like, yeah, actually I need it on my laptop too, and then you paid for it on two different devices on the same flight. That was a real come to Jesus moment for me.
That's just my base mode of existence, brother.
You get it on the 3 devices. Probably should get it on the iPad while I'm at it.
Yeah. All right. You guys can take whoever you want in the second round. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Wow. What a treat for us to be able to take whoever we want without Davis.
Yeah, but he's going to revolt if it's not Kenneth Walker. Let's be honest.
Well, actually, I just did a 350 the other day, and I started JSN Kenneth Walker from the 5 spot. So that would just be the same draft. Again, I've done, but including the one that I did with
different
you guys,
man.
Including the 2 that I did solo, and now the 2 that I've done with you guys. I think I've started from the 5 twice, now the 6. And what was our slow? Was it like the 7? 7 or the 8?
7 was,
yeah.
7, I think the 8. I think we were at the 8 because McCaffrey fell to us, and we felt like, we're not going to take him here.
Then we're not going to take him.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So first round in the books, Gibbs, Bijan, Jamar Chase, Brock Bowers goes 4, which is earlier than his ADP. Puka, we grab JSN at 6. Then Genty goes ahead of CMC at 7, CMC 8, Amon-Ra, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson to round out the first round. And CeeDee Lamb to the Justin Jefferson drafter.
Yeah.
Really thought about it there, that guy.
Sure did.
Sorry for all of the bizarre camera stuff at the beginning. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but my laptop display like fully died to the point that it like doesn't work anymore. So I had to I had to join the rest of the world and get an external monitor, which I never had until now because I used to just do work at the law office where I had like 3 monitors. But now I have a whole new setup, and I got my laptop being plugged in with 17 different cords to this monitor, and I haven't really got how I want it. So like every time I move like an inch, I'm like tripping a cord, and my laptop is falling onto it's a disaster. It's a shambles over
here. What do you have it as a vertical monitor or another extra landscape or whatever?
Well, right now I just have I don't even, what is a vertical monitor? It's just a big monitor. What's a vertical monitor?
No, like you can have it like that.
Have it portrait mode or landscape.
Well, because it's not really working as an external monitor because it just is a monitor because I can't see off my laptop. So like my laptop is just black until they get the part in at the Apple store. So I just have my regular computer set up on this.
These are some
it is
good
literally
picks for us.
duplicating the same screen.
Yeah, I'm enjoying what's happening out Walker goes, which is a bummer.
Oh, well, fuck you, Davis.
Yeah, so McBride, Chase Brown, AJ Brown, and Kenneth Walker have gone. We're on deck. We're going to see what the Genty drafter does here.
Oh, man, your sheet updating is incredible. This is like...
It's pretty good,
This is drafting
right?
on easy mode, dude. Like... Are you doing this manually, or do you have like a script?
I'm putting
set
the
up?
X's in, and Pete's been sorting to get the X'd players out, so it's been
nice.
glorious.
I was wondering if like Shady was in the background here, like if something was happening. Like, this is remarkable,
Okay.
Dude. I love
This is
Barlow.
Let's
man.
go.
This is awesome.
Let's boomer this shit up and take Saquon. Let's do this.
I think there was one guy I was like, he's not going to make it, but Barkley falling here would be sick. JSN.
Oh my god,
JSN Barkley.
This is amazing.
Afternoon main events, dude. They're good. They're good. You can follow
Oh my god, I'm gonna need to make an appointment with my accountant and figure out what to do with my 25% of $1 million. This is amazing.
Yeah, this our actual advice is you guys got to get an afternoon main events. Now, how do you do this? These aren't actually scheduled on the site. First, you need to email Alex Kaganowski and you need to say,
first,
hey,
you're going to want to start a podcast.
Yeah, about 10 years ago. Then,
about 10 years.
all right, JSN Barkley for us there. The Genty drafter went with Achan. And then Omarion Hampton comes off the board right after us. The Bowers team feels very Chaser-esque here with a Bowers Drake London start for them.
Yep, that's a nice start for sure.
Yeah, what do you guys think about? I mean, MacNova says McBride at 204 and FFPC feels like it will age well. I mean, he's been falling on underdog, obviously different scoring settings, but how do you guys feel about that price for McBride?
It's a totally reasonable. Where do I have him ranked? Oh, I can't even see. I'll pull up my own rankings.
Sorry, I flipped you out.
No, that's fine. I have my own rankings on another sheet. So no, that's all good. I just pulled up my own rankings, so I have the tab beside. I'm at 15, so I'm totally fine with that. That's mostly like kind of a market respect thing. Like, this won't be my true serum take because this would just be in the classic case of a true serum take being something you'll happily say at all times.
You're just trying to get people to listen to you about.
Yeah, it's just my hot take of what I actually believe.
Please listen take.
But I do think Colson Loveland will outscore him this year.
Whoa, Tyler Warren sneaks into round 2.
Well, we're gonna be cranking purple.
Jeez.
The same one that I just did, where I did the Barkley or the Walker JSN start. It was a similar room like this where I never got any of the early tight ends, and I took 5 in like the last 6 picks, like a classic cranker. That might be where we're leaning here.
Classic cranker is a hilarious phrase.
Oh, it's a classic cranker.
Oh, Crack Rock! What a classic cranker.
Yeah,
He
so
is a
Loveland goes.
He's the original cranker.
He in fact he invented it.
He also, I don't think like understands internet talk at all, because I had posted a golf thing and I was like, oh, should I hook it around the tree? And he was like, oh, I would fade it because obviously he's a right-handed person. So I was like, imagine being right-handed. He was like, I am right-handed.
That's so good.
Oh, that's a very good crack rock interaction.
I don't have to imagine. That's what I am.
We also have breaking news here. Doc Love met up with Liam in Vegas, played poker with him, and he says Liam claims he doesn't listen to y'all, so he won't be influenced.
Since when has Liam ever been influenced by us if he did listen?
Is that a compliment? That if we're so influential?
I co-manage a team with Liam every year and talk to him on a daily basis, and he's never been influenced.
It's way funnier. It's way funnier if that just ends with he claims he doesn't listen to y'all just for no reason.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not to get influenced.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to us. Complimentary.
Yeah. Guys, let's see here. So we have
don't even talk
Oh.
about it. Mention it. Fuck!
Oh,
I was gonna say Jeremiah Love there would have been
Peter.
fun.
You jinxed it, Pete. You jinxed it.
Devontae or Pickens, Brees.
Oh, that feels
The
so
ADP
much
Brees
worse
is my
than
highest
what we were
ranked
gonna do.
guy. Then Pickens, then Devontae, and then it looks like Jacob's the other way around. Devontae, then Pickens, and Brees.
Yeah, pretty much the same vibe both ways. Yeah, I have Smith, Pickens, Brees. You have Brees, Pickens, Smith. Any of the three. Like, who do you like the most, Pete? I'd be equally content with any of those three guys, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of like the running back pick. It is the slight faller here, ADP wise. I do love Devontae and Pickens. Maybe Devontae just a smidge more in managed this year. What do you guys think?
I think Brees gives us like a little more
Brees.
flexibility if we want to. I mean, we could take a 5th round running back or something if we like a guy there too.
I don't
We have
like
to
Smith
stop.
and Barkley back to back, so I'd go Brees or Pickens.
All right, let's go Brees. That's a good point. Talking through the Eagle stuff there. I guess flesh that out. I think I get it, but what would be the hesitation?
Well, just part of it's just the sprint factor. I don't think that those two are like particularly well correlated in the same game. Like a lot of the massive Barkley games are either very run heavy scripts or it's he just burst off an 80-yard touchdown, which then makes it really hard for anyone else to score points on that drive. Like it's not like if it was like, I don't know, like Chase Brown and Higgins, I don't think are negatively correlated because you can see them both hitting in like comeback mode in the same game. Whereas I think that the script that works for Smith and the script that works for Barkley are pretty separate and distinct. And then you also, I think, have some special contingent upside with Smith where if Barkley goes down, I think their pass rate would really spike. So those are just two, like, it's not a massive thing. Like if Hall and Pickens were gone, I'd probably be in on Smith, but I have those three in the same tier, and it would be enough for me to tie break away from Smith for sure.
Yep. So we start JSN, Barkley, Hall, both Devontae and Pickens come off the board right after we pick. I think just knowing how these middle rounds go and how much wide receiver value there is, I think breaking the tie there, if it's close to Brees, makes sense.
Yeah, Dreaming. It's funny because Dreaming mentioned the exact counterexample, which I definitely think Chase Brown is positively correlated to his wide receivers. I think there's a difference. Like Henry Flowers or Barkley Smith, I don't love as much, but like I have no problem drafting Chase Brown with his receivers. I'd have no problem drafting DeAndre Swift with his receivers. Like,
yeah,
I get what you're saying about the kind of the archetype of it.
The rest of this round, Kyron, Olave, ETN, Poker Liam now with looks like back-to-back auto picks here. Yeah.
well,
In looking like, so the best available running backs, you know, you're looking at Jacobs, Javonte, Scatabo in this range, and all of the top players by both ADP and our ranks are wide receivers. So we should be in a good spot here to get a wide receiver we like in the middle of the 4th.
I think so too. And then if we did want to go running back in the 5th, I think we'd be fine to do that. And then we're potentially looking at being done at running back for a while. And, you know, can fill out receiver, maybe a tight end, maybe a quarterback, depending on how that falls. But we, you know, I think getting Brees there, it's a small tie break sort of situation. And then it allows us to do things that might not be tie breaks later away from running back.
yeah. good with that. Especially after that last team that I did with you guys when you made us draft like Tony Pollard and Ramondre Stevenson. I feel like nice to get the running backs out of the way early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. McNova's having some very strong comments here. What about autoing Kamara?
Yeah.
And then
rude.
Pat is secretly excited for Jacob to force him to take Burden at 407.
Burden not who we're- is that not who we're
how do you
actively
like
targeting?
our last two picks? Gandalf the Grey.
The Barkley pick, I think, is like a total smash.
That was a podium click for sure.
I was going to say, I mean, there certainly is someone who exists in fantasy football who'd argue to take Hampton instead of Barkley. Like, I'm sure we could conjure that guy up. But Brees versus these other jabronis.
We were really, really sad that Love didn't make it to us.
Yeah,
that
we
was
wanted
obviously
Love
what we
pretty
would have
badly.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then it was like Brees, Smith, Pickens. We were kind of like, eh.
Like the Devonta Smith, Chris Olave choice to me, and Flowers as well. I know you guys don't feel the same way as Flowers, but those three guys are the most, like, I guess, clicks for me in fantasy football right now.
Oh, here we go. So classic. I was wondering why the clock seems stalled. Poker Liam had to roll back his ETN auto draft to select Josh
To
Allen.
select Josh Allen.
Well, he really is. Is that just Liam? Is Poker Liam?
Poker Liam might be
He
Liam
might be.
for someone who really respects
No,
his
I
goat.
looked at the owner name. It's not him.
Well, then he's leaning into the bit.
Look, maybe it actually is him, but he just didn't use his name because, as you guys know, he sees all the angles.
He does see.
That
Well, I was gonna say maybe autoing in the main event is an angle for a unique combination that we haven't explored yet.
True.
I am thinking if I was going to try to throw someone off the scent of a draft I was in, maybe naming myself Underzet would be the ultimate way to be like, there's no way Pete would actually name himself that, would he?
Username taken, Peter.
On FFPC? Or just Underdog?
I was drafting on DraftKings the other day, and I was inverted, was drafting with the username Arm Down.
Took me a second, but I
It's
got
hard
there.
to. Oh, nice.
All right, you did it. You guys officially talked about Jaden Waddle enough.
Yeah, we fucked it.
Poker
yeah.
Liam go.
it took a long time.
This thing that's happening.
His ADP is skyrocketing even on Underdog now. He's up to 43. Like he's going up
Well,
slot a night. We've made the circuit. and
Big
we've
fantasy
screwed it up.
football is getting there. Like big fantasy football is starting to like come online now.
God, you guys are
and
gonna make me draft
it's
Javonte.
over.
I knew it.
I didn't want Javonte.
I don't believe you, but I appreciate that.
All right, we're on deck here. Neighbors, Waddle, Jacobs, Javonte, Ladd go at the start of the fourth round. Here, I mean,
I know what my
Wilson?
vote is.
Or do we not? Wilson, Tetaroya, Burden?
Tetaroya is that's who I would like,
see.
but I'm also okay with Wilson. I've got them back to back.
Yeah, Wilson is my highest, but I have Tetaroa very close by, so I wouldn't have a major issue with that.
He's
We
such
also
a
are
big
gonna like-
swing. Do we want two Jets to going?
I was
going
going to
back
say,
to
if
back?
we're gonna
I
take
do
over
not
our
want
Coop
to.
brothers,
No. All right, no. Same reasoning I had on the Smith thing. I'm good with doing.
I just want it on the record.
Cat.
I'm voting for Burden.
Even after your quant
Oh,
came down on him?
I mean, you can certainly
My
sway
quant,
me
my
as
quant
a
does
second
not have
vote
the
on
vision, Peter. My quant does not have the vision.
that. What? As much as I
Burden does have the
really
later
do wanna
ADP.
go-
Yeah.
As much as I want to lean into doing bits, I'm gonna be a responsible adult. I'm gonna vote for Tedder McMillan.
All right, let's do
Ted is
Tetaroya.
fine.
Burden is like for sure going at like the 5-5, and we're all gonna be heartbroken now.
Yeah,
No,
that
he's
definitely
gonna
is
go-
happening. He's going to the 5-4 to this Bowers guy, but yeah,
He's dead. I was going to say the Bowers guy is always lurking for the Burden
100%
click.
taking him. He's going to take him at 4-9. What am I talking about? He's going to take him over Garrett Wilson in one pick.
And we're just going to be sitting there like, wow, dude, look at the fucking expected fantasy points for Tet every week, dude. Like 15.3 expected fantasy points. Luther Burden, 8.7 expected fantasy points, 16.9 real fantasy points every week, every single week. Luther Burden is
Not
going to be the
sure.
most he can't keep getting away with a guy of all time.
I'm not sure you guys have your finger on the pulse of this 4-hole here. You just went with David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jacob, we kind of do. This is the new meta.
Say, he's a leg up.
the slappies take David Montgomery.
No, there's Burden. Well, like I thought that the whole idea of David Montgomery was you take him in best ball and then we don't take him in the main event. But
I think that is kind of the idea of him. But it depends on the price. But I wouldn't.
We wouldn't take him on this.
We
wouldn't take David Montgomery in redraft on this team.
Well, there is a David Montgomery-esque player that I'm going to advocate for at the next one. That is one of Pat and I's largest disagreements on the rankings.
Pete just wrote a hate screed about this guy this morning.
No, he's talking about
different guy. Different guy.
Oh.
Well, I know where Pete lands on that because he's trying to get him off the board, apparently.
So we have JSN, we have Barkley, we have Breece Hall, Ted Arroyo. Since we picked Scatabo, Montgomery, Garrett Wilson, Luther Burden, and then the 1-hole grabs Hendo and Bucky. McLaurin comes off the board. 3 more picks until we're up. Kind of a smattering of wide receiver, boomer wide receiver, and young RB options, I would say, is the theme coming up here.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
you can go 2-2. You can go Gant. Oh, there goes
that
2.
feels ridiculous.
Tootin would have been
God darn it!
Thank God.
really fun.
There's so many better running backs available.
Come on.
Evans, Adams.
Yeah, I mean, I'll vote and advocate for Swift. I don't really understand the hate. It's a Ben Johnson offense that everyone's super excited about. He is better than Kyle Monangai in every advanced metric. I don't think that Kyle Monangai is coming for that job whatsoever.
I would be any.
He's a pass-catching running back.
23-year-olds here.
Or we could do the Fannin bet again in the middle of the 5th like we did last time.
I mean,
We
I don't
love
hate
the
Fannin
late
bet.
tight end so much.
I don't hate
though.
the Fannin bet. I'd probably be Judkins here. That's who I have ranked
I'm
highest.
voting
and
Judkins
Jacob's
as well.
reasonably high on Judkins as well. It's a couple picks.
I don't hate Judkins.
him.
I just like why
We both have
Judkins
him ranked
over
above
Swift?
Fannin.
Like Swift's gonna catch way more passes. He's gonna play in a way better offense. He's gonna probably score more touchdowns. Like I just don't really understand that. But I don't think Judkins is a terrible pick.
I grant to you that Swift wins in the modal outcome, but I'm more thinking of tail end outcomes here, and Judkins has the far
You
better
like the tail end outcome on the Browns.
I really want to go
one of the
Leroy
best
Jenkins
offenses in
and
the
click
league.
J-Mo Williams right now. Is kind of like the instinct in my
Hey,
mind.
you have my support. You have my support on JMO.
Wait, so the consensus, you guys want Judkins?
Judkins.
Judkins.
I guess.
Wow. All right, I'll get overruled here.
Well, and you know what? It's kind of a Pete. Make sure you click us off.
I did.
Autograph.
Yeah.
It kind of fits with our team name, the looks maxing stuff, because I literally woke up out of a dead sleep last night and thought Quinshon Judkins. Is that anything? Judkins? Do we got something there? There's something there.
All right. Yeah, I did make sure to show that one as auto. All right, get me hyped up on Judkins because I'm a sad boy right now.
He's probably like one of
Sad
like
too.
the 3 guys in the National Football League who's gonna have like multiple games over 25 carries. It'll be like Barkley, Henry, and Judkins, and that'll be it.
Right, for
Projectable
87
volume in
yards.
round 5 on the worst.
It's not
team in
just projectable
football.
volume. He's a year 2 back. He was actually a pretty impressive runner, as far as being explosive behind a really bad offensive line last season. Like a very, very bad offensive line that isn't going to be great, but should be at least like somewhat serviceable compared to last year. It should be a little bit better. And you have Todd Monk in there, who I think is really going to build the offense around Judkins. And they've got enough weapons where like you could see this team being, at least like a little bit fun. Plus they lose Garrett. So you have the potential for them to not be as good on defense, for
Wait,
the
how is
pass
that
volume
helpful
be up
for
a
their
little bit.
non-pass catching running back?
Because I think Judkins will catch the ball a bit. I mean, he's not like a 3-down, scatabooey type of guy, but he is fine enough on the early downs. I mean, I think you can kind of leave him in. He's Ken Walkery in that sense.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I mean, I think it's actually not a bad thing for him to be down a touchdown, and on second down, he's catching the ball a little bit. So I think he's just going to be a pretty big centerpiece. I think Dylan Sampson's going to eat into some of the pass catching work in a way that's like somewhat annoying, but it could be kind of Joe Mixon Bengals era.
I've got good news if you're worried about the
Bad
total
Bengals era.
play calling, pass
the
calling
Bengals
volume for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of games with 42 or more pass attempts for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and I don't think Judkins is a guy who gets like phased out in pass game script. That is not really who he is. He's not like a pure 2-down guy, and I don't think Sampson's enough of a runner to do that to him. So I think he'll be pretty solidified as far as like the early downs. He'll probably come off the field on like long down and distance stuff, and maybe 2-minute drill, which would be annoying, but I'm not even sure.
I think
that.
certainly 2-minute drill.
Yeah, maybe.
So great, he gets to play with
Samson had the second highest yards per run in the NFL last year among running backs.
I know, but it's small sample, and like we've seen stuff like that just not matter at all. Like Chris Evans, and it's like, no, we don't care. Michael Carter
but it's also
had really good
pro
yards per
thing,
out run as a rookie. Like it just sometimes they just don't care.
Yeah.
The thing though, Pat,
the chat is with me on Swift. By the way, I've been telling.
Actually, let's make this pick here.
I think Swift is a bit more interesting if we didn't take Barkley and Hall. Like we have the right to swing for a bigger hit, and Judkins was a really good prospect. I
think the bigger hit's the guy in the way better offense who catches passes.
Yeah, I just don't think he's ever going to have full control unless Mononga gets hurt.
Lamar, this looks pretty clearly Carnell Tate ranks ADP. Everything. Anyone have another name here?
Yeah, I mean, my highest ranked is Marv, but I know you guys don't like him, so I'm fine with that.
I actually do like Marv, but we don't have a Tate yet, right? And there's going to be many chances.
We do have one Tate.
We do have a Tate.
We got Tate on the other one. If you guys, I wouldn't put up a big stink about Marv if you guys prefer.
Oh, I would love if we could take Marv.
I mean, Jacob, you have Tate and Marvin back to back, and
yeah, I do.
Pat's 10 spots ahead there. His ADP is 8 spots ahead here. I think it's Tate.
Yeah, I think Tate's
I'm good.
fine.
I'm obviously good with Tate.
Davis?
Tate's fine. We do need like proactively thinking about like portfolio stuff because the 6th round is so different in manage than it is in best ball, because I assume that you guys like me just take a quarterback in round 6 like 70% of the time, and we're like pretty ideologically committed to not doing that in this format. We're going to end up in, I would guess we end up in this exact spot with Tate versus Brian Thomas Jr. versus
we just won't take him every time. And we'll see where we end up in the board as well.
He just slid 6 picks past ADP too. Like that, it wasn't like the spots where you get in trouble with the portfolio stuff is when you're constantly reaching for a guy and then you end up with him on every team. But like if we're,
can you give me an Awu, Peter? 6 spots.
Like both of our Tate shares are behind ADP, and I think next time we just don't take him. But I think it's totally fine to take him.
I put my Awu is in a 2-round timeout after the Judkins pick. It needs to muster some enthusiasm.
It is really funny that you did literally just write like a hate letter to him this morning.
Well, one of the things, but like Pat, that I was going to bring back up, you're talking about the offensive line stuff. Like they just put out aggregating all the offensive line stuff. Like Browns are dead last again this year. So like
it's not a good offensive line, but it's also not like, I think last year they were playing backups. Like they had the worst stars in the league, and then they'd get hurt and they were playing backups who were even worse. So it is.
Holy smokes.
Hey,
I hear you on
our
the
CLV.
Good
Look at our CLV.
Yeah, where did we get Brooks? Was that
7-8? We got him at 7-8. And
okay.
We're
all right.
Jacob said it was too early.
Chasing him. Jesus Christ.
Ryan is in the chat. Poker Liam. He says, FYI, Ship Chasers, I am Poker Liam. Liam and Davis are my quants. That's how you get this team right here.
That's how you get really good pick Jalen Waddle, followed by DJ Moore in the 6th round.
Yes. The chat is pointing out that our last 4 picks we have invested in the Jets, the Panthers, the Browns, and the Titans.
Tough when you put it that way.
See, they don't know that.
Why do you got to put it like that?
They don't know we're doing naked Mahomes though.
Okay, this Jonathan Brooks ADP is bananas, but it's not even close to the most bananas ADP, because what in the actual fuck is this Isaiah Likely ADP?
I don't know.
It can't be real. The likely stuff can't be real.
It's so crazy.
6th round Isaiah Likely? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I had to
So to
scroll
give-
way down. I have him 114 and you have him 109.
I thought I was doing a bit ranking him legitimately like 35 picks behind ADP, only to look at the aggregated sheet and find that Pat had him even
You're
lower.
high, man.
like what?
Yeah, give us the bull case, Jacob. What do you like him so much?
Well, he might ran 61% of the routes this year, so that's positive.
Yeah, the other
What am I missing
huge
in the
rankings discrepancy in our sheet is leg up at 76 on QJ in triple-digit rank for Tat. Thinking.
I'm good with where I'm at on that.
Yeah, I get why you'd be good. I'm not. It's more like it's like, what do I believe will happen versus like, what if I'm wrong, and then what could that look like? And I think he's one of those players where if they really do kind of make the offense more about getting him the ball over the middle of the field and letting him work after the catch, that like he'd probably be pretty good at that. He was good at that in college, and Mike McDaniel has been about that. And so there's like a possibility he's like a straight up breakout in this offense, to where I don't want to like be completely closed-minded to it. But yeah, I might be a little hot on the rank, to be honest.
Well, we don't have to worry about him.
All right.
There he goes. Parker Washington, QJ.
The biggest disagreement in the early rounds was Swift. Which what is the hate on Swift? Is it just like I just want to hear a case. It's not like he's DeAndre Swift.
I mean, that is the kid. He's not very good, and he's in a split backfield. So it's like you're kind of if you need
well last year.
He did perform pretty well last year, but so did Manungai.
Not as well. Like Swift was still better than him in evasion rate.
Swift was still better than a 7th round rookie last year, but I do worry about what their pretty close efficiency says about what happens in year 2. It's not. I think he's like, I'm not completely out on him. I just
damn it.
Can I get you guys on board with George Kittle here? He's right at both of your rankings.
Probably.
We don't need a Warren, a Pollard, a Ramondre. He's actually.
I was
going to
say I actually would prefer Jalen Warren, but
as our 4th running back,
I don't know that we need that.
Yeah,
this is the spot to get Kittle.
I'm emotionally recovering from that.
I gave you guys Judkins
here. You can talk me into Kittle here.
Yeah, you have him at 75, Jacob, and we're at pick 78.
Yeah,
Pat has him at 80, so it's
the guy I'd float if we want to just start doing things we think are fun would be Drake May. If we're gonna just
okay.
I would rather do that.
No. Yeah, my highest ranked guy here is Ramondre and then Warren, but that's not as a 4th running back. I would never do that.
That was my issue with it. I think had we gone Fannin, so now that's the 2v2, Judkins Kittle versus Fannin Warren, right?
I mean, Judkins Kittle is certainly higher upside.
Yeah, no, I'm very in on the Kittle pick here. I'm only subdued because I was really
I wanted Marv
too.
Get
one more pick.
Yeah.
He's my like number 1 guy, I think, that I want to be in on.
Marv?
I have him ranked way ahead of ADP. I did a video with Paul Patterson. I called him my number 1 buy in Dynasty. I think I'm just buying more and more into the talent and the profile versus this price discrepancy. Like, we're getting one of the best wide receiver prospects of all time, going like after Parker Washington and QJ and Alec Pierce here, like that seems.
Yeah, but that's kind of more about
rough.
them. Like, those are just bad picks. Like, I don't need.
I mean, fair.
I heard you say it on ADP chasing last night, Jacob, and the truth is you just want to thread this needle of being out on him and then buy him when everyone else is off.
I do.
There's no other reason for it.
No, that's not true. There's certainly other reasons for it. But it's definitely part of it. It'd be pretty fun. But I'm not addicted to needle threading. If I just wanted to thread the needle,
I'm not addicted. Don't say I'm addicted.
No, like if my whole goal was to just bet on guys that've been out on their whole careers, I wouldn't be at 0% Roma Doomsday. Like this would be.
Here's the squad through 7 rounds: JSN, Barkley, Breece Hall, Ted Arroyo, Quinshon Judkins, Carnell Tate, George Kittle.
We are going to need some
record,
receivers, like bad.
I don't think that Kittle is that good of a pick in 1.5 tight end premium. Like this is a fine price for him. I'm not kicking and screaming. This was my argument when we were drafting teams together.
So you think we should have taken Drake May too?
I mean, it's hard to say. Like, maybe we should have taken Drake May. I just think.
But what is the difference between Drake May,
Josh Allen, and Drake May? I agree. I mean, you get him in the 3rd and 7th round.
Okay, like I mean, no, let's
we're talking about Drake May.
Jaden
Daniels is still on the board.
Like if every non, this is like the thing that I think I have most correct in my rankings. It's like every Josh Allen, every non-Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson quarterback should all just be ranked together in like the 8th and 9th round. Like just take whichever one is the last one to come off the board if you're going to take one. Why are we starting the run on this group of quarterbacks?
Well, we let's point the finger at the 12 hole who took Joe Burrow as the QB2 at the beginning of the 5th round or into the 5th round.
Don't do that. That's bad.
Yeah.
I just think possibly no, like, quote unquote elite tight end is more punished by tight end premium than a guy whose like whole bit is scoring 3 touchdowns on 3 targets.
He's not really an elite tight end though at this price. He's going after Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not kicking and screaming.
Yeah. This is not I know us and I know this draft board, and we will find some purple that we like in the middle and at the end of the draft board. Can someone please take Tony Pollard though, so we don't have to have this conversation?
Yeah, for real, man.
Maybe Chuba too,
while you're at it. He's like a huge value in the.
We're not taking Chuba, so get that out of your mind.
I'm not gonna float Chuba, but I would float Pollard, and honestly think he's probably who we should take if he gets back to us.
Well, it's always good to add another Titan to our Jets, Panthers, Titans, Browns team.
Yeah, this is a
Please
weird
take
spot.
Pollard, guys. Come on, someone else. Help us out. I can't even the annoying thing is like I can't even like
you can't even that's
pick.
a thing. You can't even say he's a bad pick, which probably means he's a good pick.
Like he would be my highest ranked player. I don't know if I'd actually want to take him as my 4th running back. I don't know what the point of that is, but he would be my highest ranked in a vacuum.
Well, we have Kittle and Tate, so the part of the point is that we have a guy we can start where we're not,
Jesus.
Damn, I was gonna actually say one of these dusty old tight ends, and they all went.
Oh my God! Well,
the pivot off of Pollard, I think, would be Daniels, who I do think is
Jaden.
a good pick here.
It's either that or we pull up a wide receiver.
I'd say Reed.
I'd rather.
I think we take Pollard over Reed. Like it's just, I mean.
Yeah, I think we take Pollard or we pull up a receiver. I don't like to start the quarterback run. I'd go like, Downs would be my highest ranked.
I don't think it's a quarterback run.
We're not starting a quarterback.
Drake May and Lamar.
He's in the same tier as Lamar.
We're
and
in
Drake.
the middle of the 8th. It's really just, do we worry that the wide receivers come off the board and that none of Worthy, Reed, or Pearsall are even here when we pick again?
Yeah, that's a pretty big concern.
He is like a full round past ADP, Tony Pollard. So,
I think it's fine. I don't like doing
can we,
it, but
can we do Daniels?
Let's do Daniels if we want to. Yeah, I'm good with Daniels.
I'm voting Pollard. I don't think the quarterback's a good decision. But
I'm good with Pollard.
I'm not doing Pollard. Fun talk.
That sucks. Well, didn't we just talk on the slows about how we're going to not do this exact thing where we have a pick we're unenthused about and then we take a quarterback?
You want to talk about unenthused? Drafting the older version of Quinshon Judkins as our RB4.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like we do this all the time where we're not enthused about the pick that's on the board at running back or receiver, tight end. I'm like, well, why don't we just take the quarterback? But then I feel like we usually regret doing that.
I mean, I don't regret it in the context of Tony.
I
was okay with pulling up a receiver.
Yeah,
because that's what we.
I'd have been fine with that if we did Reed. I'd have been fine.
Daniels pick 91.
Pollard aside, there, I think Daniels is a very good pick at pick 91 as the quarterback 5. I think he's in the same tier as all the quarterbacks who went ahead of him. So it's like I mean, arguably the end of the tier. That's why I don't think we're really starting a tier. I mean, you could say Hurts is in the same tier, maybe, but I
think Hurts and Caleb are in this tier too.
We did Hurts in what, the 10th?
I think Herbert's in this tier.
Yeah.
I don't think Herbert's in this tier. Like Daniels is a true runner. He just doesn't score like that. I mean, he could, like Caleb could, Herbert could, but Daniels has, and there's no real reason to think he won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Daniels. I mean, he's my QB3. So Daniels relative to the quarterbacks, I like a lot.
Relative to the quarterbacks is fine, but there's going to be a minimum of one quarterback pick. Someone's going to take a quarterback we all like in round 12, and we're going to be like, well, that was pretty stupid.
We're going to be like, yeah, there's going to be a 2v2 that we look back on. It's like Pollard, that quarterback versus whatever dumb pick we made.
whatever dipshit.
I just think I don't
versus
think
fucking Keaton Mitchell or whatever dumb pick we do.
I don't think a projectable volume play on a bad offense was it like I was completely on board if you guys want to pull up the wide receiver.
I'd have been totally fine with a wide receiver pick too. That'd have been fine.
I mean Daniels was a little bit past ADP as well. Not much, but a few picks, and I think is a good pick.
Getting a few picks after ADP in the main event, like we're so used to it from being best ball brain, but like a guy 5 spots after ADP in this format,
it doesn't really matter. The Pollard fall, but I'm saying it's not we reaching for Dan. We didn't pull up Daniels, and I think Daniels is a really strong pick there. Where like some of the other guys that we were gonna talk about, like may be there in our next pick, like legit.
Totally. I don't think it's. I get the value. I just think taking any of these quarterbacks at or near their ADP is bad.
I don't. I mean, I think 8th round Daniels could be an absolute smash. We've seen guys in the 6th round, like Mahomes went 2023 when he had an awesome season was like a true smash in the 6th round. Like Daniels could crush an 8th round ADP.
And that's for me. There's only a few guys that fit that. It was like we did it with Hurts in the 10th. I think Daniels fits that bill. If you ever got a team where Lamar fell to the 7th or something, like there's just a few of these guys that can absolutely wreck fantasy. Like I'm not doing it with a Herbert slide, with a Caleb slide or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's these guys that finished number 1 overall.
If you're saying like, hey, like you're not taking Allen, why are you taking Joe Burrow in the 5th, Lamar in the 5th, Lamar in the 6th, May in the 6th, even May in the 7th? I get it. When you get into the 8th, it's like, okay, I'm just making the same bet the guy in the 5th made.
Jaden Reed windmill.
Let's do the
Jaden Reed windmill.
Yeah, Jaden Reed. Thank God.
That's who we were going to take over Daniels, right?
Yeah. Davis, you're not excited about Jaden Reed?
No, we got sniped on Worthy.
No, we were
Jaden
never.
Reed's a better
pick
than Worthy.
Jaden Reed was going to be the pick over Worthy.
If we did Worthy, I'd have been pissed off. Thank God.
You have him ranked ahead of ADP, Jacob.
I don't have him ranked ahead of Jaden Reed.
I don't have him ranked ahead of Jaden Reed.
Definitely don't have him ranked ahead of Jaden Reed. So
Jaden Reed windmill, and that is seriously who we were going to take, right? Like that is. Yeah. We just end up with those. Yeah. So that's partly why I think Daniels was a good pick.
I think the biggest disagreement I have with you, Pat, is the length of the tier. Because hearing you talk about it, if I viewed Herbert and Caleb the way that you do, I think I would, and Hurts maybe, I think I would be on your side. Because I definitely like, obviously I think Daniels at our pick is infinitely better than May at his or Burrow at his. I have Daniels ranked ahead of both of those guys straight up. I think for me the tier is longer. Like I include Caleb and Hurts and Herbert all in that. And so if I'm looking at like a world where like what if we could have gotten Caleb in like the 10th or the 11th, and then you add Pollard in that slot with Reed, versus like by the time that Caleb goes off the board, like we're picking Khalil Shakir or God knows who. That's where it gets a little.
No team of mine is picking Khalil Shakir for money.
That's I mean, to me those guys they're not in the same tier as Daniels. I feel pretty confident they're not in the same tier. It's not that they couldn't score like Daniels or even outscore Daniels. It's just like you have to create this projection for them to get there. Pulling up Davis's quant, he has Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels all within 4 points of each other and ahead of Joe Burrow. And then he's got Caleb Williams behind. Like he's got him in the teens and behind Justin Herbert, behind Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, Bo Nix, Jackson Dart, and then all the top guys. So it's like I don't actually agree with that, but I do like it reinforces the idea. Like there are some worlds where like Caleb isn't just like not in the tier with Daniels, but he's like getting outscored by guys available in the 12th and 13th and 14th round.
Oh. The 12th round is doing the like he's moving on from color to color throughout the draft. He started all yellow, he went red, then he went green. Yeah. Now he's purple. and he just double broke my heart. I was about to be so back in on the Daniels pick if we could have stacked.
I was gonna let you do.
Yeah,
Chig
that would have been
Steve.
fun.
Yeah. Here's the squad.
I would have been happy to take Chig here. Why?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he been the obvious pick?
Yeah, I would have been.
I mean,
I would have
wide
been
receivers is still a pretty big need for us.
I'm preemptively vetoing Concepcion over Golden, so just keep that in mind.
Well, I'm
I don't know if you
preemptively
have that
vetoing
level of
Golden
power.
full stop. So
Not so sure you have still veto.
You guys both have them like back to back.
I wouldn't say back to
There's a
back.
big gap between.
We
both.
each have them 4 picks.
We have them 4 spots ahead. Although I have both of them way higher than Pat does.
Yes.
Of the remaining
I have
wide
KC
receiver-
a solid 27 picks ahead of ADP, and I think I'm too low.
Golden goes.
I mean, I've got him 13 picks ahead of ADP, so I think it's probably a little bit how we do our rankings.
My first run
do like
before
him
I
quite
looked
a
at
bit.
ADP, I had him ranked in like the early 80s, and then I was like, well, I should factor in ADP a little bit, move him down around.
That's funny.
I mean,
He's
this
probably
is-
a better pick than every single wide receiver that went in the 8th and 9th rounds, if we're just being honest.
I'd be delighted to get him if we can get him.
Like, I would say he's probably outscoring every wide receiver that went after Marvin Harrison.
who?
KC.
Yeah. Real quick recap on this team as we pick in the 10th. JSN, Barkley, Brees Hall, Ted Arroyo, Quinshon Judkins, Carnell Tate, George Kittle, Jaden Daniels, Jaden Reed, Concepcion. Goes.
I mean, you kind of were almost asking for that. That I was getting nervous.
Is Jordan Addison still there, or is our
No,
sheet
he's
board?
gone.
No.
He's gone.
We don't have any receivers. That's it.
Jake
Ferguson
Ferguson would honestly be a good pick for this team. We have Kittle. We're probably going to want a starter early in the season.
do
Is
not
there
want
any
Jake
is there any
Ferguson.
wide receiver that's in play, or is it
Diggs.
just it's dust at this point?
Ugh.
It's like
Okay, so
Kobe,
it's dust.
Diggs,
I don't- so it's dust.
Hooper.
Yeah, I think I'd be the Ferg dog.
I think Fergdog makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either that or
It's
if you
the
like
Kittle
it.
medicine, dude.
the
We have
wrong-
to take our
With
Kittle
wrong-
medicine.
wrong
Addison,
Ferguson.
Golden, KC gone, like the wide receivers are dust balls.
It's yeah.
Ferguson, or if you prefer, I don't know if there's another tight end, but like all
It's
these tight ends are
Brendan Strange
outscoring
you
these
want.
wide
I think
receivers.
it's Ferg. guys.
Goddard would
Ferg
be.
dog. No,
Yeah,
Goddard went
Goddard's
2
long
rounds
gone.
ago.
Yeah, it's Ferg. It's Ferg for me.
It's
Ferg dog.
All right.
Ferg dog. He's gonna outscore like Diggs and Romeo Dobbs and stuff in
Yeah.
tight end premium.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that was a gross spot there, man, with KC.
Are you guys are not doing this Diggs thing?
I'm in on Diggs
Not like this.
but like
His ADP's 132. We're at 115.
Brother, Jaden Higgins just went.
well,
No, but we don't have to take
I would have
receiver,
also
like,
taken Jake Ferguson ahead of Jaden Higgins.
Yeah, like we're allowed to take other positions when the position doesn't have any good picks left.
And you can treat Ferguson like a wide receiver, right? Like if Kittle's our tight end, like man, seeing all
I will
these
say
quarterbacks
this,
come off
too.
the board, I'm feeling a lot better about you guys doing the Daniels.
I was
thing
gonna
now.
say this 2v2
Yeah,
on the quarterback in round 8.
It feels
that-
good,
that
actually.
Worked
Yeah,
out
it works
because
quite well.
Hurts and Williams and
'cause Caleb
KC,
and
the 3
Hurts
picks.
go right before us.
The Jake Ferguson stuff, like I'm out. I'm not into him at all.
You might forget that it's tight end premium, Davis.
I conceptually, I guess I should say, Jake Ferguson, perfectly cromulent pick there. Like whatever. I'm sure we're gonna get to week 3 and we're gonna be doing start sits and we're gonna pull up what the quantitatives have, and he is going to outproject Jaden Reed by 3.5 points. Like it's not even gonna be close.
Correct.
But in terms of like, I mean, Gretsch talks a lot about this stuff, and like Jake Ferguson's ability to hit a home run in games where Pickens and Lamb are active is like 0.
Well, that's true.
He gives you,
but he
gives you the floor in the contingent upside if one of those guys is out. We've seen
Yeah.
it. It's massive.
We have
Yeah.
seen
It's also
it.
just
we've
like
really
if he
seen
goes
it.
5 for 40 in tight end premium, that is the same as Diggs going 6 for 55.
I mean, I maybe I'm on an island here. I think Diggs is going to end up being like the wide receiver 41 when he signs.
All right, we'll just chill.
I agree, but I think
Just
Jake
chill
Ferguson's
first.
odds to outscore the
Yeah, but
wide
you're
receiver
trying to take him
41
like-
is like very high.
20 picks ahead of ADP when we have a faller at tight end.
And frankly, in redraft,
We-
do I really care that much about ADP in the 100s? Like, not really.
Well, it matters if we get the guy anyway, and we have the potential to, like, I think even George Kittle Bulls would say he's not especially likely to play in Australia. So,
well, I don't know. Why don't you ask the biggest bull right there?
I've already granted it doesn't make sense to send George Kittle down under on a fucking 19-hour transcontinental flight. So I'm in on this thesis.
Well, what if he can do peptides the entire time? Have you thought about that?
What if he buys internet for multiple devices?
He's closer to China. That's good, actually.
Maybe we'll get our guy anyway. Stack him up with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, like we literally might. David's just mad because Pete Mitchell went.
Bill? Oh.
No.
Yes,
our guy was Bill, and we're pissed about it.
I'm just fully aware I will never get a Keaton team until I do one of these on my own.
Well, I would have given you Keaton here in the 11th.
I bet I have him ranked higher than Pat does. I'm willing to guess.
You do by about
where
15
is
spots.
He? Yeah, see that, spots. Davis? Don't insult potential allies, you know.
Mahomes in the 11th or Jaden Daniels in the 8th. I mean, it's hard to say.
Well, now I've been negatively polarized into supporting the Jaden Daniels pick I was pissed about earlier. So it's going to be Jaden Daniels.
See, we... Yeah.
All right, we're about to be on the clock. We had the Ferguson pick in round 10. Mahomes, Dak, Jonah Coleman, Bill, the other 11th round picks here. Aaron Jones is the big ADP faller, and then Diggs is the pick. It seems like we like Wan'Dale Robinson.
There's one other receiver. Wan'Dale went in the 8th round. Pete.
Okay, we haven't marked that off. Thank you.
I think it's Diggs or Myers, probably.
I actually honestly don't care which one. They're both good.
Diggs is probably going to be a stack partner with Daniels, the way the wind is blowing.
Yeah, I'll give it. Davis, you were pounding the table. You get this pick. You make this pick.
Khalil the guy he was 12th in the NFL in yards per route run last year. He had 1,000 yards on less than 65% of his team's routes. He's going to be signed to a team that can't bullshit with him anymore. The Commanders don't have the schedule and just sort of the ease of winning that the Patriots really lucked out that they were able to get away with load managing Diggs like that. The Commanders are not going to be able to do that. Yeah.
I think Diggs is a good pick for this team.
Yeah, especially if we get the stack,
I think it's a bigger swing.
If
we get the stack, that's pretty sweet. We're not paying a ton for it. I think Myers is fine, but Myers is such kind of a best ball. Hey, he's going to be out there some, So
I feel like aren't we going to feel confident whether to start Diggs or not? Where the Myers thing does
think we
feel
will.
Like a best ball carousel.
Right. Definitely the not part of it will feel confident. Do we feel confident to start?
He'll be such a fun cut, guys. That's where in round 11, it's time to start talking about fun cuts.
I do feel like, especially if Diggs does sign in Washington, he's either going to be a top 24 wide receiver, washed, suspended, cut, or in jail. But
I mean, the deal.
But if he's playing it, he's not washed. He's probably just a top 24 wide receiver.
And we're gonna know. Won't we know immediately? Won't we know week?
We'll
2?
know quickly. Yeah,
correct.
We get information on him for sure. And we're already deep enough in the draft where that's helpful. So, I think with Daniels too, that's not small. He looks like he could potentially end up as a stacked option on this team. It's a team that then doesn't become available later, right? Having the Daniels stack at this price with players that are better than potential other Daniel stacks when they're taking where we took Reed or whatever, that feels good if it happens. If it doesn't happen, then we have an extra roster spot to work with potentially. But
Yep.
Stephon Diggs, Jake Ferguson, Jaden Reed, Jaden Daniels, George Kittle, our 5 most recent picks. I do really feel good about the quarterback stuff. There's been
me too, man.
You see Matthew Stafford, Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is a good pick here in the 11th, but just seeing the full run here, Daniels looks good in the 8th.
Yeah, a couple teams doubled up, hey?
Yeah. I got you, Brady.
I think that's going to be real common this year, the doubling up on quarterbacks.
Yep. Brady wants the audio listener serviced. We started here from the 106. We were hoping for Brock Bowers, but we took the JSN consolation. Barkley fell to us in round 2. Went Breece Hall, Tedoroy McMillan, a controversial Quinshon Judkins pick, Carnell Tate as we loaded up on the worst offenses in the league. I got the fellas on board with George Kittle. We took Jaden Daniels in the 8th. Jaden Reed got to us in the 9th. Jake Ferguson in the 10th, not Davis's preferred Ferguson. And then Stephon Diggs there in the 11th.
Hey, a lot of time
Paulino
to get another Ferguson.
Paulino says Diggs made Drake May, and Pat hates him. This is crazy.
Diggs made Drake May.
I 0 for 2. He didn't make Drake May. Also, I'm in on the Diggs pick. I don't,
everyone is in on the Diggs
how I have it
pick.
ranked, but I think it's fine.
Drake May is a Stephon Diggs merchant. I was waiting for that take to come out.
The Diggs pick is like the most we've all agreed on a pick the whole round.
Yeah, no one was
Stephon
anti.
Diggs. That was like a 4-0.
To be fair, to come back on the wrong Ferguson thing, to be fair, Terrence Ferguson's probably like an all-time bad FFPC pick because you're never gonna know when to start him.
You are not allowed.
Yes, we
to say
will.
this.
Week 1.
Davis, you are not
Week
allowed to
2
say
maybe.
this about Terrence
Week 3
Ferguson.
perhaps.
15 minutes after you just said, I guess the only way I'll get Keaton Mitchell in the main event is if I draft my own team. You want to talk about guys who are hard to imagine starting and managed?
It's hard to imagine starting the best running back in the NFL and managed.
Oh my god.
It's hard to imagine starting prime Jimmy Graham and managed.
I mean, I guess we'll know when Devontae Adams' hamstring goes. Then we will know we can start T-Ferg.
I took T-Ferg on my classic cranker that I did the other night in the Gorilla. I started with a little Jawan Schultz, and I mixed in a little T-Ferg, and I even mixed in the Twink at the very end.
I just think it's insane that a 250-pound 4'6" tight end is playing Tutu Atwell's role, and you can still just get this guy in every draft. It like frankly does seem insane.
Yeah, the problem is he might not be, and that just came from some beat reporter wildly speculating.
Well, the
it
thing
came
about
from
Terrence
Sean
Ferguson is
McVay,
he
who
might
said
be
that
their
he can
tight end
play-
4, but he might be their wide receiver 2.
Sean McVay said he can
3,
play
I think.
every wide receiver position and every tight end position we have in the offense.
Yeah. And that is what makes him such a great practice squad player.
We're taking Terrence Ferguson on this team.
I would, to answer the chat, if Tutu Atwell was tight end eligible, I would be drafting the piss out of him.
What team does Tutu Atwell play for right now?
The Dolphins.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
He might have value there. Do you think he's more of an inline tight end or more of an F tight end?
So I don't want to actually take him here, but I do want to ask about this because he'll probably go soon and I'll forget.
Okay.
But is Woody Marks a name matching issue, or do you not have him ranked?
No. I
clock.
definitely meant to have him ranked, so that would be
This sheet has him as Jaquavius, not as Woody.
Yeah,
it
might
okay,
be
so it's
name.
name match.
So Shakir, Dobbs, Chris Rodriguez.
Shakir is like genuinely a value here.
Isn't Dart kind of interesting?
Wait, what?
I think we need more.
It's not on the Daniels team.
Okay,
my vote would be.
I'm gonna throw out one more name. Chris Rodriguez.
My vote
I think
would
Rodriguez
be
is fine here.
I think
to me,
he's fine.
We didn't take Pollard. We're only at 3 running backs.
I will
guys to
grant
me is
Rodriguez.
Shakir, Dobbs,
after-
Rodriguez. I think all those are very good picks here.
Let's do
I'd
C-Rod.
be.
Close.
I think I'm. Oh my god! I think I'm C-Rod.
100% exposure to the worst running back in the NFL.
The only question: do we feel good enough about our wide receiver room here, or do
No.
we need another body?
We could use Shakir
Yeah.
early with Tate and stuff.
think
if
I like-
it's helpful.
I think I like Dobbs maybe more than Shakir. Do I?
I'm
don't
fine
know.
with
I
that
think I have
too.
ranked back to
I actually have
David
Dobbs ranked
Shakir,
ahead.
Dobbs.
Either one.
It's done.
That's funny, Jay, because you have Dobbs ranked behind. I have Dobbs ranked ahead of Shakir, and you have Dobbs ranked behind Shakir. So it was sort of an olive branch by our combined.
Right.
We have Shakir the highest, but I obviously would have been fine with Dobbs there too.
Yeah, no, I that was one where like I literally had to look at my rankings to see which one I had. Ranked. I think
David
it was
just
the exact
exited the
same.
stream. Oh, did you?
I thought I could add myself back in.
Wait, I just out of curiosity, Davis. Like I obviously understand the reasons to hate Khalil Shakir, but like, do you have a stronger love for Chris Rodriguez or Romeo Dobbs?
I mean, just structurally, C-Rod, I think, was the better pick.
Okay.
Why? I feel like we're
Fair.
behind at wide receiver.
I have a higher opinion of Diggs than I'm expecting Diggs to project week 1 as a top 30 fantasy wide receiver.
He could, but the problem is if he doesn't, then he could sign somewhere gross. Like we saw.
If he doesn't, we're starting Jake Ferguson and Gunnar Helm.
That's not the worst.
Yeah. I mean, Gunnar Helm.
Wait, Gunnar Helm's already on this, Steve?
Gunnar Helm was who
I feel like Davis.
Last pick.
I feel like a pattern I've noticed drafting with you is that like for all 18 rounds, you think that running back would be a nice structural pick. It's like almost no matter how many running backs. It's like in the second round, you're like, we should really take the running back here so we don't have to take more running backs. But then it's like we have 3 running backs the first 5 rounds. You're like, I think we should take another running back here. And it feels like you always just want us to draft more running backs.
Well, so you're like kind of directionally accurate, because what happens is once Bigsby and B-Rob go, which is like probably about to happen right now, to me there are basically almost no clickable running backs left almost. Whereas I'm happy to take plenty of the tight ends and wide receivers.
I think C-Rod is a good pick in the 12th round.
I think C-Rod would have been totally
He could be the right answer in Jacksonville. It's possible.
Yeah, I think C-Rod would have been totally fine. And maybe I need to adjust the ranks to have Dobbs ahead of Shakir, because I realized when the pressure was on, that was what I slightly preferred. But I think they're the exact same.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Someone is shouting Gainwell in the chat. Gainwell went like a year ago.
Brother, can I introduce you to 2026 Fantasy, where you have to scroll up 9 rounds to find Kenny Gainwell?
You went in the 7th, dog.
But I agree, man. If we could have gotten Kenny Gainwell there
man,
in the 12th, I would have been windmilling in it.
I would nominate Gunnar Helm for this pick. Would have been Schultz or Helm. Schultz
I think
just went.
I probably agree. Gunnar is I think Gunnar, because he's the 3rd highest in our cumulative rankings, but behind 2 guys that probably make less sense.
And the top guy could come back.
Oh,
probably will.
So I would be, if we want to try to play an ADP game, I think Gunnar does make sense. At this point, is Jackson Dart still here? I mean, we should at least throw that out.
I think Dart should be considered. And the other guy I'd throw out is Brandon Aubrey.
Relax.
I would be fine with Dart. I actually don't really care.
It's Dart or Helm, I think.
I like Dart. Maybe
you could also, yeah. I'd
Yeah.
also just mention the Woody Marks thing again, I guess.
Woody Marks is an all-time.
I'll vote Helm very tentatively. I'm also completely fine with Dart.
I don't have strong feelings. I have Helm top of the
I'll
queue
vote
right
Helm. We already kind of want the Titans to be solid with Tate, and I think we're fine with a quarterback with Daniels. We're scooping a quarterback value that we don't
I was gonna
really
say
need.
It's the classic thing where you're like, dude, sick. We have the quarterback 12 as our backup quarterback, and it turns into the ultimate roster clogger situation where you never bench Jaden Daniels and you never cut Jackson Dart.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe if we had
Brandon Aubrey goes, Jacob.
Yeah.
Well,
wow.
I was serious. I wasn't even doing a bit. And yeah, I do have Woody Marks ranked. I checked my rankings. I have him at 162.
I
just
did.
have him
I
as Woody
fixed
and,
it on the
and
sheet.
Pat has him as Jaquavius, so it's just name matching.
All right, so we grab Shakir and Gunnar Helm here in back-to-back picks. The crowd goes wild.
Well, would you like 6 for 30 or 6 for 30 with tight end premium?
I can't believe we took Khalil Shakir, man.
I honestly think I would take that one back and flip it to C-Rod if I could.
That's maybe I agree. I think I do agree.
I think it's fine. Is like we have bets at non-running back flex that could be quite high upside, but there's also could take a while to come online for us. So I Tate, Kittle, I think Shakir could be pretty nice, and Rodriguez is another guy who could be nothing. Like he's projecting for like 7 points, 8 points. Like it's just like ugh. but like,
I mean,
I don't want to play this guy.
I mean, there's a degree to which if you are drafting 3 running backs in the first 5 rounds, like you kind of just have to hope they don't get hurt.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm feeling. We have Barkley, Breece Hall, and Judkins. Like
And they're all like very high floor running backs too. Like if that's the type of investments that we're making, like if 2 of the 3 running backs we took in the first 5 rounds get hurt for a sustained period of time, we're not winning the main event. That's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
This
I
is
just,
Davis. Oh, go ahead.
I'm quite worried about Shakir. Like they brought in a better version of him. He had the tightrope procedure. DJ Moore.
Better?
You want someone to run screens.
Oh, actually, they have McCole Hardman on the roster, so that.
That might be better. Yeah. They brought in Amari Cooper again. I mean, DJ Moore. I think we're good.
Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell is like the slightly younger version of Khalil Shakir.
That's true.
He might be the guy that will replace Shakir, but I think that happens. It's 2027 or 2028.
They just have 900 freaking duplicative wide receivers.
They kind of don't. They've got basically 2 wide receivers who are any good, and one of them is DJ Moore, who was pretty awful last year. Like, it's straight up. Like, they have one guy who's been solid. Like, Shakir was very efficient 2 years ago. He was actually pretty efficient last year. I looked because I have a lot of Khalil Shakir in best ball. He goes really late, and I was like looking at it last night. Like, am I missing something here? And all this stuff, it's like he's going to play out of the slot. He's like a focal point of what they're trying to do. He's just really undervalued for some reason. I don't really get it. This is a great offense. Like, you can't make fun of us for going after the Bills, guys, right? We're going after the Jets and the Titans and all these bad offenses. You get the guy who's, he's not going to run enough routes to really be the wide receiver 1, but like he'll probably have the highest targets per route run among the wide receivers in Buffalo. And
the routes were an issue. Like, Moore is not going to hurt his route rate. His route rate already sucked. That's why he wasn't like a 3rd round pick before. Like, Moore's just another shitty outside wide receiver to replace all the other shitty outside wide receivers.
So the one thing, like looking here at our sheet, it does seem like there's tons of wide receiver values relative to ADP that we like. I do think this is probably the time to try to find another running back. We like
crap. The one that I like the most makes not a lot of sense.
I disagree, Pete. If there's one guy here that I think is a really, really strong pick.
Yeah, I see.
But
it's also
yeah. I think we just take him.
He might
and
even just keep falling.
Well, because even looking at the ADP,
in range. I know, but the guys I like a running back would also be similar pull-ups, and I think it just much worse picks.
The name I was going to toss out would be Brian Robinson, past ADP.
That would have been. That's my vote too.
Oh, so Omar Cooper goes.
He goes. That was the one I know.
That was a jam. If he was there, I think we. But he's gone. So I'm fine with Brian Robinson if you guys want.
Or how do you feel about Samson
why don't we take
on a Judkins team?
I don't hate Samson. I'll throw out. There's one other name that we have
at running back.
Katron Allen would be who I'd throw out.
That's who I was going to throw out, but I was trying to do it.
I don't think we can count on Katron to come back.
Should we do
that would be my vote. I would do Katron.
Let's do Katron.
Let's do it. If we're going to get CLV on any one of these guys, Brian Robinson is not moving up in drafts. Dylan Sampson is not moving up on drafts. Katron Allen could move up massively.
He could move up a lot. He could move up a lot.
I have Katron straight up ahead of B-Rob. I think especially on a team like this, like I don't know. I feel like we have.
I feel like maybe I should. Yeah.
Like to me, it's like we have our guys. Like if we're gonna get value out of a running back pick late, I want it to be more of a breakout bet than like.
I was gonna say it should be an obvious start. I agree with that. It would be a guy who's just an obvious. Wow. All right, man. Cat's out of the bag. Jaden Blue and Damon Claiborne round 14. So we basically we're already there. We're already at the point of the summer. Like what's the highest Jaden Blue is gonna get?
Well, Pat was already saying it's gonna be like round 8. I
would have been in on Blue. If Blue made it to us, I would have advocated for him too. Like these guys like Katron, Claiborne, Blue are just so much better picks in this format. Like the best ball thing, they're really tough because they might be a legit 0 all year long. But like, in this format where I don't give a shit about their base role in the event that the starter doesn't get hurt, like why would I rather have Brian Robinson than Jaden Blue?
Jaden Blue is my generation.
We're never starting Brian Robinson while Bijan Robinson is active. So that 5.8 points that he projects for each week is helpful in best ball, but it's totally useless in FFPC.
Yeah.
So we could have the combo again too on the quarterback stuff. You can do the Kyler Love stacked up with Reed.
I think it's worth considering. I mean, these are really good prices for guys who could score quite well at quarterback.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels is going to miss 4 games with a weak knee at some point too.
It honestly might be, one of those things where you get Daniels to the sprint. There's not that many teams that advance on them or whatever.
Yeah.
And he also seems is it unfair to call him uniquely injury prone among quarterbacks? I'd like to have
he weighs 185 pounds.
Yeah, I think there's a couple guys here that would be pretty good. I mean, it's kind of funny to take Jackson Dart because you're worried about Jaden Daniels getting hurt, but some of these other guys make more sense.
Well, it's like when we were talking about just stacking really fragile breakout bets at wide receiver. It's just, just take all of the Kodavi code quarterbacks who are twigs.
Yeah.
It's really funny that Khalil Shakir and Travis Hunter went back to back, the most diametrically opposed, the exact opposite side of the slapsis wide receivers.
And then it kept going because it went.
And then which one's on our squad?
Dobbs,
that's the big reveal.
Yeah.
As far as we see a ton of these running backs coming off after we took Allen, Ren Robinson, Claiborne, Sampson, Tucker, Emmett Johnson, Holani. The other name to toss out in this group, would we consider a Singleton in the same vein as a guy who could be a riser? Kyler goes.
I like Singleton.
It would be poetic to take Singleton after we passed on Pollard.
I was kind of actually going to float that. I think he is interesting. I would be Jordan Love here, just as getting that second stack quarterback. Yeah, with Reed, and it's possible that Singleton even comes back. I don't know, maybe not, but Love seems to be the end of a tier.
We could also do Malik Willis around later if we're trying to get more rushing quarterback juice.
We could.
I think I'd be Singleton.
I kind of like Singleton.
I'm fine with Singleton if you guys want to do that.
I think I'm Singleton too.
Okay.
All right. We might get the quarterback coming back. Yeah.
Singleton is just so interesting because if he would have came out last year and he didn't because that running back class was so good, and I'm sure he was making good Penn State NIL money, so it probably ended up being the right decision for him. But he had a lot more shine on his apple before Katron kind of sunned him last season. He was the better share of the timeshare when they were juniors.
Right.
Oh, from freshman, sophomore, and they played all 4 years together, which is kind of crazy that even happened.
The funny thing too is that I think these guys are positively correlated.
Right.
This is a point you've made before, and is so it's. Yeah. That's kind of the third layer.
They're also negatively correlated.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, if we get really early positive returns, like pads are on at training camp, and it actually does look like Katron is JCMing JCM, that speaks very well of Singleton.
Yeah.
I think that Singleton is less likely to get the massive training camp bump because I think that Pollard and Spears are a little bit more entrenched than JCM and White. But
Agreed.
I think Singleton would be more over the course of the season. Katron, I think it's plausible that we're drafting Katron in the 8th over Mike Shope's protests as in late August.
I think that's very
where you guys
plausible.
all start arfing like seals and Mike Shope's fine.
Yeah.
I think
he's
it's
the funniest possible player to arf about is Katron Allen, who's literally just what if Brian Robinson was young, or
what if Kyle Monungai?
Well, yeah, what if Kyle Monungai
what if Jordan Howard, but in 2026?
Hey, now I'm starting to get excited, dude.
Right? Jordan Howard complimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Howard was top 5 in the NFL in yards per scrimmage 3 years in a row.
Who was the Washington guy? Matt Jones. Remember him? Matt Jones complimentary.
Oh yeah.
Just hold down
Washington
his
is
top
also he is like Washington is guaranteed to have to cut a running back because they have like 5 or
They have
6.
six. It's 6.
They have 6 guys. They're obviously not all making the roster, and I just know that like when that Jerome Ford gets cut notification happens, like every one of these ADPs is gonna rise. People are gonna be like, oh my god, like they let Jerome Ford go, like we gotta get Katron.
The you know where when Nicholas Singleton looks really good as a selection, when Chris Brooks gets taken 4 picks after him.
Dude, okay, there's this thing that's happening. Some fantasy football podcast must have mentioned him recently, because people are like, dude, Chris Brooks, like Marshawn Lloyd's injury prone, Josh Jacobs, whatever. They don't know that Chris Brooks is like a fullback.
I had to just add a cell called random, and with tallying up the number of random players that neither of us have ranked.
What are we at?
To handle Chris Brooks? We're now at 2 with DJ Giddens.
What about LaKent Allen and DJ Giddens?
I'm pretty
LaKent
sure I'll have
Allen and Chris
LeQuint
Brooks
ranked.
are
Yeah,
going to be
I
in a
have
tight race for
LeQuint
who can
ranked.
score the fewest fantasy points per running back snap this year.
Yeah.
I've got a tight
Let the
end
record
to
show I
nominate.
actually have David and Njoku in the ranks and Jacob doesn't.
Yeah, let that record show. Like I'm proud of that record.
Yeah, I think it's maybe because I went deeper. I've got him at 235.
Yeah, I only ranked to 200, so that would be
Okay,
why.
okay. So then, functionally, neither of us have him ranked.
Dreaming of Sundays also mentioned quarterback plans. We do have JSN. You get the free sneak peek. You could do a Darnold in the last round. That would be another option.
I'd like to nominate
I went to 200 because I
a tight
also
end.
didn't rank defense or kickers, and so it only goes to 18. And then I'm like, the last couple of rounds, like, I don't know, live your truth.
Air Jeff
your
says y'all need a
non-Davis?
QB. LOL. I just want to note this is not best ball. You've seen us draft a lot of best ball. Just to be clear, this isn't best ball.
What was your nom, Davis? And put some noms in the queue right now.
The Kohler Bear.
What?
Don't pander to Pat.
I think it's
Rocky
actually a little
Math.
too early for the Kohler Bear.
Surely not.
Here's the deal with pandering. Here's the deal with pandering to Pat. I actually spend so much time talking to Pat and Zach and Shady that I've now been incepted. It's not.
I think it's time for the twink, isn't it?
I was
Over the
gonna
polar bear?
say if we're taking a tight end, we should take the twink.
Okay.
take the
twink.
Hey, buddy. Once you made the sale, stop selling.
I would be I would be Malik Willis here though.
I was
yeah.
going to say Malik
Second.
Willis.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I throw out Antonio
well-
Williams on a Jaden Daniels team as
I
well?
think we made a bet on Diggs.
we
signing
made
it,
the
didn't
bet on
we?
Diggs.
Yeah, but Diggs could sign somewhere else.
At the
I
16th,
guess.
16th round?
I'm
I think
out
the
on
twink's a better
Antonio
pick
Williams.
inside in premium.
Why?
He's like barely a prospect. He just landed on a team that had like a kind
What
of
about-
wide receiver shaped hole.
What about Chargers D? They play Cardinals Raiders first 2 weeks, and all these
I'd be
guys are
I'd
I'd
playing
be
for the rest
Stribling
of the
or
draft.
Bernard here as good picks as well. Rookie upside.
I wanna
swing.
do-
think
I wanna do
one of the three
Jacobs'
rookies
defense.
is good.
I'm voting Chargers D.
Ugh,
Yep, I'm voting Chargers D.
this is
In
awful,
the,
guys.
In the 16th? Come on.
Come on, let's
That's my
go.
vote.
Let's
let's
take
do the
a
twink.
player.
All right,
Who-
you're
Tight end
Stowers?
upside.
You guys
Stowers.
can
Yeah,
overrule. I'm not
Stowers.
on the ones and twos.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. You want it? Do we have consensus on Stowers?
Stowers
Yeah.
is fine. He's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite non-defensive option here.
All right, that is the first player.
All I'm saying is when Jacoby Brissett is throwing 4 picks to the Chargers D in week 1, we'll remember this moment.
I was gonna say that pick right there that guarantees that we do have a week 1 cut.
I mean, if you take the twink and you're prepared to cut him week 1, like then don't take him because he's going to be a
Yeah, don't
healthy
take
and
him. What's
active
the
week
point?
1.
No, he won't. But he
God,
won't
can
play
you
a ton.
imagine?
Well,
if he's
okay,
a healthy and
then he'll
active
play.
week 1?
Then he'll play 3 routes, like whatever.
Can we say you guys need to take a lap for Chargers D in the 16th round?
Yeah, for
No,
real.
I think you guys are underrating the importance of defense and kicker.
But it's not even like you just threw out like a streamer that we cut in 3. Like the streamers
Yeah,
you
that's-
take in the last rounds. If you want to pick a
Right.
The
defense that we
streamers aren't
carry
very
for the
good
whole
this year.
season,
There's a real cliff on the streamers because
Shut
a lot of
the
the
fuck up.
no, there is like the only good true streamer is Jacksonville home to Cleveland, but Chargers you get 2. It's Arizona and then it's Vegas first 2 weeks.
Well,
yeah,
if you stop talking
Jacob is
about 'em,
right.
We might be able to get him in the 19th.
No, you can't. I've been trying.
All right, here's the team
Dribbling
so
goes.
far. We have 4 more rounds. JSN, Barkley, Brees Hall, Ted Arroyo, Quinshon Judkins, Carnell Tate, George Kittle, Jaden Daniels, Jaden Reed, Jake Ferguson, Stephon Diggs, Khalil Shakur, Gunnar Helm, back-to-back rookies, Katron Allen, and Singleton, actually back-to-back-to-back in the twink, Eli Stowers here. Did we win back the crowd after the Ferguson, Diggs, Shakir, Gunnar Helm?
Did we win
quartet?
back the crowd? This team is fragile and booty. No.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Aubrey will outscore all these bums. Yeah, I think the crowd has not been won back, unfortunately.
The crowd, I've noticed, the crowd is having a hard time transitioning to managed.
We legitimately should have taken Brandon Aubrey in the 13th.
It's just stop.
Why I did it last year.
You get Cam Little in the 15th.
Dude, well, we literally did the Aubrey thing on one of mine last year with Barrett and Ryan Heath, and it was like the best feeling in the world to have Brian Aubrey.
Jags D.
So Bernard is here, which I think is a good pick, 2nd round pick. Getting him this late is pretty sweet. And then at this point, I do think Antonio Williams would make sense.
Can we do Antonio Williams here, 17th round.
Let's
just
do Williams
fuck around
over
and find
Bernard.
out.
Okay, yeah,
Jaden.
it's a
We bet
stack
on the team.
Yeah,
Jaden
I'm good with
team.
it. I'm good with it.
This is what happens. Diggs signs with the Ravens. We still get the hit. Antonio Williams, rocket ship.
Or
with
frankly,
Jaden,
we
it all
don't
works out.
get like. I think it's also fine that like Diggs doesn't sign at all and was a bad pick, and we get the Antonio Williams bump there. It's like 2 picks. We'll cut one of them probably. Maybe not. Maybe we get 2 hits out of it.
So we have 1 non-kicker D pick left.
Correct.
Thoughts on Darnold? Just stacks with JSN.
Yeah, that was Dreaming of Sundays had mentioned that. I don't mind that.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
As a take a peek.
Oh yeah, we get to take a peek too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There are like what? There got to be like 4 take a peek games. The way they're staggering things.
Yeah, there are.
Good question.
The Niners are one.
So we got Kittle take a peek, which we'll take a peek at him on the.
We'll take a peek at him not doing anything. Maybe that's why the Jake Tongas pick came in.
Oh, dude, Kalar sniped.
Oh, Davis, you know who else is to take a peek this year? Terrence Ferguson.
Oh, T. Fergus?
Yeah.
That's actually quite nice. I have a predict. Well,
you can take a peek at all the zeros.
You can tell me his route share in week 1 is 71% or 1%, and I would be equally unsurprised.
1%, I would be pretty surprised. There's a lot of smoke. The smoke is smoking.
Get ready to learn Max Klar, dude. No, I'm with you on Ferguson. Like I've moved him way up my rankings. I've capitulated. You saw the vision before I did. And I'm following you like Alexander the Great into Persia on Terrence Ferguson.
Oh my God! Wow.
There we go. I thought Max Clare. I thought you and Ryan Heath were wrong about him as a prospect. You guys ended up being right draft capital wise, but I'm not worried about him year one. He to me seems like a Colby Parkinson backup.
I think he's gonna eventually be.
So the backup? You mean the backup to him?
Like I think he will eventually be a good player. I don't think he will be this year. I don't know. I recently had a chat with a certain Mr. Benjamin Gratch, and he got me really excited about Terrence Ferguson.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, okay.
I told you guys, I tweeted this like a month ago. I said when big fantasy football finds out about T-Ferg, it's over. He's going to get drafted in your home league.
Like,
Davis,
he was talking about how, like... Ben was talking about how, like, you start to hear the smoke. You hear the little tidbits, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like bang, Puka Nacua gets 15 targets in week 1. It's like what if that's Terrence Ferguson?
That's what I'm saying. It's literally the same thing.
Because Devontae might already be
it's
washed.
The same thing.
If Devontae is washed, someone else has to catch passes in this offense.
If Ferguson gets 15 targets week 1, the things I would
I'm done.
do,
I'm leaving.
We'll just literally delete the entire channel.
I'm peacing out. Yeah. We're done.
15 targets week 1.
I'll say this. I don't get too many things extremely right, but some of the biggest calls of my fantasy football career have been like beyond right. Like the year that Cordarrelle Patterson ran for 1,100 yards for the Falcons, I had 10 CPAT teams in BBM. He was drafted less than 1,000 times. Like it tends to be edge cases like that.
I had one of the like most regrettable tweets that I've ever sent that year, which was, I was like, it's really too bad. I was like, I think Cordarrelle Patterson might have a bigger role than anticipated. It's too bad he doesn't have running back eligibility, or I'd probably mix him into my portfolio. And it was like, I had really focused too much on the minor thing there, and should have just taken him with wide receiver eligibility.
I tweeted like September 3rd that year, like, so the answer was just CPAT, right? And we didn't take him because he was a wide receiver. And then Draft Cheat, I think, was like, yeah, fucking no shit, dude. I was like, God damn it. And then he was right.
Where do you have Ferguson ranked, Pat, in yours? I'm curious.
Let me pull it up. I only go to 250, so I'm not sure he's in there. 158.
Look,
so ahead of ADP. I have him 10 picks ahead of ADP.
Davis, well, and I have him 26 picks ahead of ADP. So remember who you can count on for allies.
I have him ahead of ADP. I mean, this rise, maybe that won't happen anymore, but
this is true. I've had him in the 160 since January.
Good for you.
All right, do you want to do a kicker or defense take?
Let's just take Eli Raridan. Take a peek.
What? Well, we said that we were going to do quarterback with our one extra pick.
I would also throw out Jeremy Bernard, who's still available here and was a second-round pick.
Yeah, I mean, Darnold's probably not going to get drafted, so.
I'm fine with Jeremy, unless someone has a defense or kicker they like, we can probably.
I'm out of names.
If Jeremy was on waivers, we'd be like, should we spend $200 on this dude?
We can take a peek on Butker.
We could probably do that later. His ADP is actually kind of low.
All right, let's take Jeremy. You guys are both have him at like 160 rank, and we're at 210 here.
Also,
that's another guy who could be like a training camp buzzy guy.
They play on Monday night.
Oh, okay.
The take a peek kickers and defenses this year are Patriots, Seahawks, 49ers, and Rams. So it's like Jason Myers, Andy Borregales, Harrison Mevis, and Eddie Pinheiro.
Beautiful. Fantasy Mojo just tweeted out best ball tourney data on FFPC for the best ball contest over the years. 0 RB utilization. 2022 9%, 2023 15%, 2024 25%, 2025 back down to 10% in this year. The lowest in the past 5 years, only 7% 0 RB utilization.
It's just really, really funny that the year that I started streaming and got laid off from my old job was the 25% 0 running back year.
Huh?
Must be a coincidence.
Yeah, people are noticing in the chat. We did a little boomer run in the middle where we got Shakir and the Ferg Dog and Diggs, and then look who brought it back with 5 straight rookies.
Katron, Singleton, Stowers, Antonio Williams, Jeremy Bernard.
This is how I've been defending myself from the boomer accusations. You know, Jeremy Bernard is my highest drafted wide receiver. Omar Cooper is my 3rd highest drafted wide receiver. Jonathan Brooks is my highest drafted running back. Tootin's my 2nd highest drafted running back.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Jonathan Brooks is your most drafted running back?
Most drafted running back.
Who is?
I'm slapping still. Yeah, everyone's accusing me of not slapping.
Look,
I still slap.
It will be the... I have a bit of Jonathan. I have a lot of them from the big board, and I don't wish any ill will to Pat. But it would be so incredibly funny if he goes in the preseason pop after all of this.
Relax.
Let's not wish ill will on my house.
I'm not wishing ill will, but I wonder if him going on the preseason pup is the mortal outcome.
Him going in. I mean, credit to you for getting him cheaper on Underdog, because that's obviously
Jacob wants 3rd round
W regardless of result.
What I'm hearing there.
But like him going in the 6th round in a redraft format is like legitimately one of the most insane things of all time. He's had 11 carries in 2 years. What?
Dude, Darwin Thompson went in the 7th round in this format. Like people don't care. They're just like, give me the guy.
Jeremiah Love went in the 3rd. He has 0 career in NFL.
we're all trying to find the guy who pushed Darwin Thompson to the 7th round in these drafts.
I don't even think we had that power then. We could. That was not even us.
We just wanted to take him as our RB1, and someone wanted him as their RB4.
I know with my own hard-earned money, I was taking him in the 7th round.
Oh, we were excited about it. All right,
See, look,
I need the defensive
Brooks'
kicker
highest
takes
running back
now.
is the fanciest of zeros.
Borregales would
accuse
be
me of
the
boomers.
modal kicker. You get to take a peek. He was pretty good last year.
Okay.
The defense is
Defensive take,
trickier. There's
Philly,
not really any great
Pittsburgh,
option.
Minnesota,
That means we're probably
Baltimore.
holding the guys for.
We definitely
a
don't want to
couple
do
weeks,
Philly
so
because
let's
we have
just-
the entire Washington Commanders offense.
Who does
Pass
the
attempts
Steelers
against is good in this.
I don't
round.
mind the Cowboys D. They get the Giants week 1.
play? They're gone. it
That's
looks like.
97
No, they're here.
rushing attempts.
Should we get Borregales here first?
Sure.
Why not?
Someone
Producer?
asked Grok what defense we should take.
Yeah, let's get the clip.
You're the
Our
one
only
with
clip
that
of the
good
day.
satellite internet there. Yeah.
I have no
Oh, Andy
idea how-
Borregales. That's a Patriots kicker. Nice.
Kicker Chasing. It's the show where we chase the best kickers. The kickers that help you win championships. The biggest legs, the breaking news. It's everything you've come to love and know. The time is now for Kicker Chasing. Let's get some fucking kickers.
Oh yeah!
I actually have no idea how my internet setup is making it through this. This is kind of wild.
Good job. I forgot
is.
to mention this at round 18, and I also have Bernard ranked way higher than this guy, but I think the best round 18 pick you can make right now is Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty good. If Killar's off the
He's-
board, for sure.
He will cut him in week 6, but he's going to average 16.4 points per game for the first 4 weeks of the season for the Indianapolis Colts.
You're thinking it's the Colts?
It seems to be where the signs are pointing.
If-
There's a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you
beat
this, if
reporter
Keenan
speculation, and there's a lot of Shane Steichen and Keenan Allen like friendship narrative from back
yeah.
when he coached him on the Chargers. I think they're like the same age almost at this point.
I'll say this, Jacob.
At this point,
Keenan
like
Allen-
Keenan's catching up.
That is how I see it. I know that's not true, but that feels correct.
If Keenan is a Colt, Josh Downs is the worst pick on the board.
I don't
Straight
think
Not
it's quite
worst
that simple,
pick on
but
the
it's
board.
not.
It's not
It's
good.
gonna
but
hurt.
It doesn't
It's gonna
make it
hurt.
worse.
Yeah.
Leone is gonna have him for 6.4 points week 1 if Keenan Allen's on
No,
the
he's
team,
not.
brother.
It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hurt in like the way that, like it's not actually gonna impact his route rate because Keenan's not gonna play 90% of the routes at this stage of his career. But it's gonna obviously like he's gonna get.
It's gonna
security
affect his
blanket
targets per
mobbed,
route run though.
for sure.
I think it might
Right, 'cause
affect
the
his
whole-
route rate because
Is it
Keenan
not- it
plays
might
outside.
affect his
so
route
Keenan
rate.
gonna
I think
run?
it will. I think it will.
I mean,
Keenan will play
just
some
did
in
this to
12,
Vlad
which will
McConkey.
hurt.
Keenan just
right?
did this to Keenan just
But
did
Keenan-
this to he route
Well,
mobbed
he-
Vlad.
No, he didn't route mog lad. He targets per route mog lad. Keenan's route rate was
Kind of route mogged him a
really
little.
low last year.
He route mogged him a little, dude.
He route mogged him a little.
But isn't the
Wasn't
thought like if Keenan's coming in, it's probably what Alec Pierce is missing time, and then are they rolling out Downs?
Downs will be more likely to play in 12 than Keenan Allen, but Keenan will play in the
Yeah,
slot.
man, that's the last.
I don't
refuge
think
of the
that's
scoundrel
true.
right there.
I think they'll probably still play. Lad, by the way, had 90% route participation, so we were just wrong.
That's what I'm.
He didn't route mog him.
But he
we were just
it's
wrong.
it's almost
That's
worse
exactly
to
what I
target
just
the
said.
route run mogged.
No. When I say we, I meant me and Davis, who were both adamant
okay.
that he did not. That he got route mogged. You were correct.
He
did targets
per route
mog
mogged him though,
Yeah.
and I do suspect he would.
Which
targets per
might
route
be
mog
worse, right?
touchdowns.
That might be worse. Getting targets per
It
route
is.
run mogged might be worse.
It's a distinction completely without a difference. Like regardless, the end result is that he would be mogged.
Is fewer targets. Yeah.
Wow, Damian Martinez just got drafted.
I'm shook.
by the-
What?
I'm shook by that.
Damian.
That is wild.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, this is another callback to last night on ADP chasing when you guys were talking about how Pat Doherty would find a way to fade Jahmyr Gibbs or say it was a bad pick. I kid you not, a post from a couple hours ago from RotoPat. Bayshell
I saw
Tootin
this
seems
one.
like one of the easier fades of all time this season? Question mark. Just perfect.
I mean,
Rotopat on cue.
I love
would-
that, man.
I was trying to explain, like, because I had a buddy text me that today and be like, I had 2 different group chats post that Rotopat tweet, and I had to kind of explain that, like, Rotopat does kind of mean it, but he's also, like, playing a character, and it's, like, somewhere in between the two that, like, you kind of have to read in. I feel like, because I feel like all of
you've never
Rotopat's fantasy
drafted-
takes are, like, 85% reality and 15%, like, a little bit of sarcastic flair.
Well, and if you've drafted with him, he acts like a fantasy draft is like a torture ritual. Like he doesn't enjoy
sure.
making a single pick. He's like,
Single
this-
pick.
No.
Yeah, this. Yeah, he's like this guy. He's like, because the thing is, Rotopat like really remembers all those guys, the times it didn't work out. Because Bayshell Tootin is an upside swing, and some of the times it's gonna flop, and he remembers those flops. So I think
He remembers Ben Tate when he signed with the Cleveland
Ben
Browns.
Tate, that's a
the
good one.
Worst
That's a
pick
good
of
one.
all
Good
time.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, so he's Ben Tate. Yeah, okay, so we just drafted Ben Tate in the 5th round.
Yeah.
So would you say Bayshell Tootin is the Justice Hill of Ben Tate's?
Are we doing Dallas defense here? By the way, is that our pick?
Sure.
All right,
I would
sure.
no. I would
do
say
they play?
that Byshell Tootin is
Giants.
the Tony
Good.
Pollard of Najee Harris's.
Wait, what?
No. Hold on. Hold
That's
on.
a
Hold
vacation
on.
level
No,
take.
I'll
Yeah.
get there. I'll get there.
Get there.
Wait. He's definitely the Tony Pollard of something.
I think
would
he's
be-
the something of Tony Pollard's.
No, wait. I got it. He is the Tony Pollard of Chris Carson's. No further questions.
Well,
Good.
I have one question. What do you mean by that?
I was gonna let it go.
It's self-evident. It explains itself.
These are the truths that we hold self-evident.
He
Okay.
is a big booming day 3 running back who showed promise in a limited role.
He's not really big booming.
Just
I
like
wouldn't characterize
our
him as
guys,
big or
you
booming.
don't okay. Here's the
Just
deal.
let him have
He's
this.
honestly
Just let him have
undersized.
it.
Like he's not. He's kind of like. I mean, he's like more like a Kyron. He's closer to Kyron than Carson.
All right, he's the Tony Pollard of Blake Corum's.
That
work
kind of
for you?
works. That
Okay.
works a
Here we
lot
go.
better for me. Yeah,
We've seen
I
the
knew
vision.
that
I knew
makes
I'd
sense
get
to
there.
me actually.
You guys just have
Year
to
2
give me.
breakout, but in an explosive way. Okay, all right.
Look, Van Gogh. There are over 100 copies of the Mona Lisa. Okay, like if you X-ray the layers, so it takes me a little bit of time, but I got there.
All right, here's the final team, and
Are
then
you saying Van Gogh did the Mona Lisa? What did you just say? What happened there?
Van Gogh did do the Mona Lisa, right?
No.
No, that's Leonardo da Vinci,
That's
bro.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci, sorry.
Picasso was alive in like the fucking 70s, dude.
I don't know anything about art. Not my realm.
hang on, guys. Watch this
Probably
transition.
said.
Speaking of the Mona Lisa, Jaden Daniels, Saquon Barkley,
Oh.
Brees Hall, Quinshon Judkins, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton at running back, JSN, Tedoroy, McMillan, Cardell Tate, Jaden Reed, Stephon Diggs, Khalil Shakir, Antonio Williams, Jeremy Bernard, 4 tight ends, George Kittle, Jake Ferguson, Gunnar Helm, Eli Stowers. The chat hated this team. There were picks I didn't love, but I like the final picture here, the final portrait, if you will.
Man, if you showed that running back room to 2024 us, they would just be like, Jesus Christ, what happened to you guys?
True.
This is a
What?
sorry. Picasso was drinking Mountain Dew. This is a Joe List bit where he's like Picasso died in 73, so like that means he like watched the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
he's like driving around drinking Mountain Dew. Like what the fuck?
Let me do my third final callback to ADP chasing last night. You guys were talking about having never smoked a cigarette, and it got lost in the shuffle of that conversation. But I don't know if you guys heard it. Shope goes, "My wife has never had Mountain Dew." He said that at one point, and I don't think anyone heard it, but I was dying when he said that.
I didn't hear it then, but I'm really
Yeah,
glad.
it was in there. It was in there. I was like, "That's cool, dude. Like, that's a really cool fact."
My wife has never had Mountain Dew.
There's a chance my wife has never drank Mountain Dew, honestly.
Ask her. You gotta ask her.
I'll ask Brittany. Yeah, I assume she has.
Any final takes on this, and then we can go watch some soccer and shit.
Are any of us concerned that we've taken the people forget it's tight end premium bit too far, or are we now actually drafting optimally?
I don't think we've taken it too far
I
at
think
all.
The latter.
I think this is good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We did
I don't think we've taken it too far.
Kittle is an upside swing that might not give us a ton early. We get a falling Jake Ferguson. Someone was saying that might be the latest that anyone's gotten him in the main event. Gunnar Helm is a breakout candidate. And then we already bet on the Titans with Carnell Tate, so that's cool. And then Eli Stowers, another late season upside swing who maybe we cut before he does anything. But, whatever, it's late. So I
we'll
think it was a
bid
good
$500 to get him back after we've cut him.
Yeah, we'll build exactly.
I think it's a very good team. Similar to what Pete said. Like, I feel like whenever I do these with you guys or with any group of smart people with their own opinions, it's like there's always going to be picks that in the moment you're like, I really wanted that guy ranked 2 spots higher. But then you look back on the end of the team and it's like, it's a really, really good team.
Yeah, I think the Daniels pick honestly ended up being a really important pick for the team. We ended up avoiding this quarterback run that might have hurt. We did have other potential value options later, but Daniels has a lot of upside. So I'm happy with that. And then Davis called it 2 rounds before we took Gunnar Helm, but I think we might be starting Gunnar Helm week 1 as part of the 3 running backs, 2 receivers, maybe Jaden Reed over him, but we'll see. But yeah, that's another reason I think the tight end stuff works out well, where we have some options with that final flex where we're only going those 3 running backs, and then we took the 2 upside cracks with the Penn State boys. But I think the running backs room is really fun. The receiver room, we kind of got behind a little bit, but we have several rookies, and then we have the dig swing. So there's certainly upside, and then Shakir might end up being kind of important for the first month of the season, which is nice to have him if he is,
Yeah.
Is Gunnar Helm going to be our most drafted player this summer? We're 100% so far, I think.
Wow. We maybe the clip, Davis, is the Gunnar Helm swollen ankle.
The 40
we should do a Gunnar Helm clip. That'd be good.
Dude, Gunnar Helm actually is a good. He's not a rookie, so I don't know if he qualifies.
Well, what's funny is that the Gunnar Helm bet and the T-Ferg bet are the same bet. It's a second-year tight end who worked their way onto a field. One of them plays for a good team. One of them plays for a bad team. The Helm bet is volume-based, and the T-Ferg thing is efficiency-based. But I also have $5,000 of Gunnar Helm teams drafted thus far too. It's it's just the same, but the T-Ferg bit is funnier. I also just wanted to bring this up while we were on air. Gretsch just published the Ceiling Signals titled "Don't Listen to the Boomers" about Keaton Mitchell. So I can't wait to read this. This is just catnip for me.
There you go. All right, guys. Let us know.
I think in that he's been talking about that article because he finally found the sideline angle on those preseason runs.
He's gonna come back on for some film review. Let us know in the comments too. Do you guys like the afternoon main events, or is it too unk for you?
Well, bad news if you don't. By the way,
I'm giving them the illusion of choice. Yeah. All right, guys. Fun draft. If you want to join us on the FFPC, we'll have more announcements about when we're going to be in drafts. If you want to get that sweet streamer EV. Otherwise, we will see you next time on Ship Chasing. As I mentioned, make sure you guys check out ADP Chasing last night.
One second. I have a video coming out right as soon as the World Cup game is over. Go to my channel. I got a video coming out.
Is this you drafting from the mountaintop?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Nice.
Any other quick plugs for any of you guys here?
I'll be back on with Sacrilegious at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, drafting in the 555.
What's that Newfoundland time?
Jacob?
9:30.
How do we let that be a time zone?
I know the half an hour thing is crazy.
It's crazy.
All right. It is 3:42 p.m. Eastern time here, and I will see you guys next time on Ship Chasing.